I'll go ahead and start then. So, Witness for the Prosecution was made in 1957, released in 1958, directed by Billy Wilder, starred Charles Laughton, Tyrone Power, Marlene Dietrich, and Ella Lanchester. It was nominated for 6 Academy Awards, didn't win any, but it did win a Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actress. Ella Lanchester, she was the one who played the nurse. This was a story by Agatha Christie, and one thing I read is that she considered it the finest film derived from one of her stories. It has a 100% Rotten Tomatoes score, 8.4 out of 10 on IMDb. It's called a legal mystery thriller. Budget of $2 million and a box office of $9 million. So, percentage-wise, made quite a bit of money. One thing I noted was interesting that the courtroom setting, the set cost $75,000 to build, which would have been a lot of money back then. So just a little synopsis of the story. The affable Leonard Voyle is being tried for the murder of a wealthy woman, and legendary Sir Wilfrid Robarts has chosen to represent him. Unfortunately, Leonard's alibi depends on the testimony of his callous wife, Christine, who, after the discovery of a legal loophole, makes the shocking decision to appear in court against him. To Sir Wilfrid's surprise, this is only the first of the series of puzzling revelations and reversals. So that is what I liked about it most, is that especially towards the end, it had a couple of really good twists and turns. I'm not normally a big fan of older black and white movies, but this was pretty entertaining. So I enjoyed it. I found this on, I'm always looking through these lists of best movies, and this was one I found on, was a common one on a whole bunch of different lists. So I'd never heard of it, and I looked at it and thought it looked interesting, so that's why I picked it. But so I had not seen it.
You had never seen it, Jeff?
No.
Yeah.
Never even heard of it, I don't think.
I think I'd heard of it, but I'd never seen it either.
Has anyone seen it?
I have. No, I didn't see it either. And I had heard about it many times, but Jeff never saw it.
Did you say you watched it, Bill?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
I mean, for this time, but I mean prior?
No, I never had before.
Or read it?
No. No.
I
don't think I've ever seen a Marlene Dietrich movie or Tyrone Power, or is it? Yeah,
Charles Laughton.
Of course, Charles Laughton, Kane or Mutiny on the Bounty, right? He was Bly.
Yeah, also Notre Dame.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah, Hunchback of Notre Dame, the original, not
yeah, right.
Movies. Yeah.
No, when did Agatha Christie die?
Pardon me, I missed.
When did Agatha Christie die? If she thought this was the greatest film.
Yeah. I love Agatha Christie.
Look it up.
Yeah.
I don't know when she died, but Agatha Christie, and so many of hers with Hercule Poirot, so you Murder on the Orient Express. God, there's so many. The Mousetrap.
1976.
Okay, yeah.
So a lot of the ones that we're familiar with of hers were made after her death, or at least some.
Well, yeah.
For her to be opining on them.
Yeah.
You know what I liked most about this? Of course, again, I hadn't seen it. I had never seen it. So kudos to you, Jeff, because it's always something I wanted to see. I just never had the opportunity or whatever. I loved the twists at the end. I was like, Oh God, it's so Agatha, and it's so so fun between the twist and then a twist on top of the twist, and then a twist with, you know, her husband being actually the murderer and then being, you know, everything about it. I loved Marlene Dietrich. When I saw her as the you know, the character, the Cockney character in the bar, um I was dying because initially I thought that it was a transgender person.
Yeah.
So I was like, who the heck is this person? And then it kind of got me, okay, that's her. You know, she did a really good job. But the biggest thing, the thing I liked most is I loved him. I love Charles Laughton. He reminded me of a male Maggie Smith from Downton Abbey with those dark, those snide remarks and everything about it. I just love that. And I could see Maggie Smith and him being in a show together, and there would just be these snide remarks running back and forth. So I loved him. And as I had said to Jeff before, because I'm frugal, I wanted to wait until it was free on Prime, so I actually watched it, or tried to watch it, the later version, which was with Deborah Carr and Sir Ralph Richardson, and I don't remember who played Tyrone Power's part. But in any event, I couldn't watch I actually fell asleep. It was that boring. I know that sounds crazy because it's Sir Ralph Richardson and I love him, but compared to this one, this was so much better, and you know, just really good. I really enjoyed it, and thank you, Jeff. I thought it was a great pick.
Oh, one thing about Marlene Dietrich, you know, she played that other character as well, but the director, the guy, what's his name, Billy
Billy
Wilder,
Wilder,
he
yeah.
kept that a secret for some reason, that she was also playing that character,
Oh, sure.
and they think that that cost her the Academy Award
Really?
because they didn't
Oh, they
publicize
didn't
that
know
she
it
was playing
was
both
her.
parts. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Did
I don't know if
did
you saw in the
all?
credits, there was a voiceover in the credits that said not to disclose any secrets of the movie
Right.
to your friends and stuff.
I thought that I was going to say the same thing, Jeff. I was going to say, did everybody watch through the credits? I don't think I've ever seen a film that had that kind of an admonition.
Yeah, it said it in the trailer too, which I thought was funny.
You
Oh, did it?
know,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, Agatha Christie, I mean, if anybody tells the ending of any of Agatha Christie's, you know, I mean, she's notorious for those twist endings. So I can see why they would do that. Wasn't there a movie? Remember, I think it was called Macabre, and there was a movie, well, probably in the 50s or 60s called Macabre. And I remember that it used to say, there was a $300,000 insurance policy if you died during the movie because it was so crazy. And the other thing was, if anyone was caught till the ending, they would be, I don't know, there was something. It was just a thing that they did in, like, I guess in the 60s, I'm going to say, late 60s, that they would make these little things to kind of spark your interest and not tell anybody. So I thought it was great that they did that. You don't want to know the ending.
I saw a poster on an X feed within the last couple of days, where they did the same thing with Psycho from
Oh yeah,
Hitchcock,
that's right. That's right.
where they said don't talk about this, you know, don't.
Yeah, do not tell. Yes.
Yeah,
I think
and
Hitchcock was notorious for that. Yeah. Don't tell.
Well, more recently, The Crying Game was kind of like that.
Yes. Yes, that's right. Yeah. And there were so many that these twists, but then to have the movies actually tell you, do not tell anybody the ending. Yeah, it's good.
Did anybody see it coming? I mean, I was
Well,
sitting there looking at that at the Irish lady, I guess, and I was going, is that her? Is that her? You know,
You mean Elsa Lanchester?
the
The nurse?
the
No,
woman,
the lady in the bar.
the lady in the bar.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I
Well,
was sitting there going,
again,
is that her? You know,
yeah, I kept on saying she looks transgender. I kept looking at her hands and her hands looked huge. And I was like, and then I started looking again and go, wait a minute, that's Marlene. Yeah, I kind of did see it coming, but you know, I was open to if it wasn't, then I was way off, you know, but yeah, I liked it. I liked that.
did
Yeah,
you, did everybody else would it see it coming or think that was her? No?
No,
I kind of
no,
thought it was
no,
her acting.
and I thought the same thing. I said, "Man, is this a a trans person?" And
No kidding.
I thought that for a second. I went, "No, wait a minute. This is 1957."
No,
Okay,
Yeah.
I did the same thing, Mike. I did the same thing. It's like, yeah, wait a minute, yeah. But boy, she did sure look like that.
now on the other hand, I haven't seen a lot of Marlene Dietrich movies, but I thought she looked beautiful in this movie.
She is, yeah.
And I think she was in her mid-50s when they shot this movie, and she was gorgeous. She was just absolutely gorgeous. And I don't remember thinking that in other roles that I'd seen her in, but she was damn pretty in this one.
Stunning, yeah.
She
Isn't
was
that
that
one
old?
scene in the bar where all the soldiers like started ripping her dress and pulled her,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
exposed her leg? That was a big deal back then, I guess.
Yes, yes,
They
it
did it
was.
to show off her legs because I guess she has nice legs.
Yeah.
Well, and that I guess, like I say, I'm not real familiar. That pantsuit thing that she was wearing in the scene you're talking about, Jeff, was one of her trademarks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which would have been very different, you know,
Right.
back in that day. You would
Yeah,
have
very
expected women to be
few.
in a long dress, maybe
Right.
with a slit up the side or something, but
Very few women would be wearing pants. Katharine Hepburn was one.
Yeah.
Marlene Dietrich was another, yeah.
Yeah, she was 56.
Yeah. She looked great. Oh
I
my
didn't-
God.
Didn't think anything of that. But I mean, like in my picture, I mean, I wonder how old
Tyrone.
yeah.
Yeah, this was the last movie he made, but I don't know.
Yeah, he died very shortly after this.
Right, right. I remember reading that a lot of actresses thought that Tyrone Power was the most beautiful man they had ever seen. Now, by the end, I think he had lung cancer. Am I right, Jeff? I'm not
Yeah, I
sure.
think so, yeah.
But I think it was lung cancer. And I guess his looks really it went down. And but supposedly he was one of those men that just was, people would just drop their jaws when they'd see him. He was just that good looking.
he was
Supposedly.
only 44 and died in Madrid.
Really? Wow. So now he looks older than 44, don't you think?
Yeah,
In
he
this
did.
movie? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was in his 50s.
Yeah, I did too. I did too.
Well,
He-
man, back at that time, everybody looked a lot
Yeah,
older.
a lot
than
older.
now, a lot older.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you could look at pictures of guys that were in their early 30s in the 1950s, and you go, man, they're 50 years old. And
Yeah.
and they're not.
Yeah.
He was filming and died of a massive heart attack. Smoked 3 to 4 packs of cigarettes a day.
Wow. Wow. Well, everybody smoked back then.
Yeah.
When you see these movies, it's like I'd start coughing just watching them. I do.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
think
oh my
3 or 4 packs a day was a heavy smoker even back in the 50s.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was.
He did a great job of transitioning there at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
thought so
know,
too. Yeah.
where he's like Edward Nortonish, you know, from
Yes. Yeah. From this
like-
sweet guy that was innocent to the bastard that he was.
Yeah.
that he really was.
Yeah.
And then she was in on it, right? And that,
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing that I got, of course, this only, I'm sure, just affected me, the girlfriend who was sitting next to the nurse in the, the actual girlfriend at the end.
yeah,
Do you know who Ruta Lee was? Does anybody know Ruta Lee?
I remember
sounds
that
familiar.
That was Ruta Lee. Ruta Lee is
Who's
one
she?
of these, she was the girlfriend in this.
But I mean, who is she?
Oh, gosh.
Actress?
Yes, she's an
Yeah,
actress.
yeah.
She was in a lot of, oh God. Oh God, I hate when this happens.
Beach movies?
No, not Beach, but she could have been. She was one of those very attractive women in the 60s. She played with what was that Mayberry thing? What was it called? Not Mayberry, but the one.
The Andy Griffith Show?
Yeah, the Andy Griffith Show. She was in that a lot, she was just a real attractive woman. And I remember when I saw her in this film, I said, I know that face, but she always had blonde hair, and in that she had dark hair. And in this movie, she had dark hair. But yeah,
More attractive than Aunt B?
yeah,
Find
yeah,
that hard
she
to believe.
was. Yep. Or what was the girlfriend's name? Edith, not Edith.
Ellen?
Ellen.
Trump?
Yeah, Alan, I think, yeah. Oh God, we're having a trivia contest here, and poor Jeff
Ruta Lee is still alive.
Is she
No.
really? How old is
Maybe.
she?
90.
No.
90?
She is. She's 90.
Wow.
Born in Montreal.
Wow. So what do you guys go on your phone? Is that how you're checking this out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 Brides for 7 Brothers.
That's it. Yes. Yes.
Funny
yes.
Face.
She did a
Yeah.
lot of TV.
Oh, she's done a lot. Yeah, I mean, that's why I recognized her. I said, who is that? And I had,
Alfred Hitchcock.
yeah.
Gunsmoke.
Gomer
Yes.
Pyle, USMC.
Yeah.
77
Yes.
Sunset Strip, Perry Mason.
Oh,
Five,
my.
5 episodes of Perry Mason.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, she was one of those actresses that you kind of know. She never did anything like where she was the lead. She was always like the second. It seems like she was always like the second girlfriend or the girlfriend of the wife or whatever. But she was always good.
She was in Andy on Trial.
Oh, another courtroom drama. Yeah.
I do not remember Andy being on trial.
I don't remember Andy being on trial either. But
Well, he ended up being what? Matlock? Was that the guy's name?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Matlock.
Matlock, there's a new one now that Kathy Bates plays Matlock, but it's obviously a different character. But it's actually pretty good if you haven't seen it. It's actually kind of fun.
Does she play the same character?
Well, she plays an attorney.
But I mean,
And-
is she supposed to be the same person?
No.
No.
She kind of
Maybe
makes
it's his
fun of
That would be
daughter
a
or
trans
something.
thing, Bill.
Well, I mean, you can do it.
Kathy Bates, if anyone could, she could. But no, but it's just she even makes fun of the fact that she's got the same name as the character from the 70s. But it's just a good show, it's just kind of a good, fun, nothing light, interesting show,
Uh-huh.
You can watch Matlock, the original Matlock in the afternoons on TV Land.
Yeah, I think so. I don't, but yes, you could if one
Yeah.
wanted to.
There's a chance that somebody watched a portion of an episode today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
My
Well,
wife.
It's Andy Griffith.
It's
Donna,
Andy
come
Griffith.
on, can't get enough of him.
As a female, I have to go with Murder, She Wrote.
Well,
That's kind of the same era.
You
Yeah.
can watch that at 9 o'clock on TV Land.
Okay.
It gets advertised all during Matlock.
My wife will watch some of the Andy Griffith Matlock episodes because they shot a lot of the exteriors in and around Wilmington, North Carolina, which is where I worked
Oh,
for a
really?
while many years ago, and then we went back and we vacationed there a number of years in a row, and so Linda will always be pointing out that there's Wrightsville Beach, or there's the Roadrunner, the Blockade Runner Hotel, or
Oh,
something like
wow.
that. So
Wow.
I did the twists and turns in this movie. I'll be interested to see if I'm motivated to go back and watch it again in the future, because they are, especially in the at the back of this thing, there are so many twists and twists on twists, and
Right.
it just flips back and forth. I'm not sure it would be nearly as much fun even the second time through.
Well,
because
I don't know. You might get more, you might get more clues, because what Agatha,
Well,
I
maybe.
think, is notorious for is giving you clues throughout her, at least in her stories. She gives you clues throughout, and you don't know it until you go back and go, there's what it. Now, I didn't watch this for the second time, so I don't know, but it might be that the same thing happens, that you go,
I would bet if Agatha Christie thinks this is the best screen version of her work, that there are probably little clues planted all over this thing.
yeah, I think so. And also,
Mhm.
now the movie changed the version that she wrote. When not the play changed from the book, from the short story. So the short story and the play was just at the end, Vole, you find out that he's the murderer, but that there's a girlfriend. No, in the play, there's a girlfriend that's alluded to in the play. You don't ever see her. In the short story, there's no girlfriend. It's just that he was the murderer and got off. So Billy Wilder actually added a lot to it. And these twists I loved, I think that's why she liked it so much, because it added a more twist to her story than her original story. So
I just kept scratching my head when Tyrone Power kept kind of giving up secrets
yeah,
about how he started out seeing the old lady, and
yeah. Then I went there.
he's carrying that on a little too far for.
Yeah, methinks he doth protest.
Yeah.
Yeah, did it not seem like he was a gold digger or?
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
I'm sitting there going, now what's his interest in this older lady,
Yeah, exactly.
And he seemed awfully well dressed for a guy that was down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Work
No
for 4
job.
months.
That's right. Of course, everybody was well dressed. You see movies or you see documentaries in the Depression and they're wearing suits. It's like, what?
Once they started talking about her trust,
Yeah,
I something was going to happen.
yeah, that's true. No, it was good.
we need to have movies from this era pretty often,
Yeah.
really. I mean,
Sometimes black and white movies are just art forms in and of themselves. They're just beautiful. I made the mistake, I think I've told you guys already, last Christmas, I wanted my grand nieces to watch It's a Wonderful Life, which is like classic Christmas movie, right? So it starts out, and my grandnieces that are 16 and 13 and 12, as soon as it started, they got up and they said, "We don't watch black and white movies," and they walked out. My God. It's like, really? Yeah, I mean, it's just, well, they're again 16-year-old girls, and their sister followed the 16-year-old. So
yeah.
do.
Well, it's like, didn't we watch Inherit the Wind not too long ago?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
yeah. You just,
another great example.
yeah, there's so many good black and white movies and
Well, and the style of acting, I mean, it's so, today you'd say it's way melodramatic.
yeah,
And we'd probably say today that, you know, acting is more what we think would be lifelike.
or realistic,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. By the way,
you.
I read a thing today that
Yes.
said that Michael Douglas, who is 80 now,
Oh,
doesn't
God.
plan to act again. He's not calling it retirement. If something really good came along, he would probably act again, but he hadn't acted since 22. And
Well.
that has nothing to do whatsoever with this film, but I read it today.
Yeah.
Or the fact that nobody's asking him to.
Yeah,
I thought I read
That
that he
has
had
something to do
some,
with it, Mike.
yeah.
thought he had some health problems or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
stage
know.
four.
I think that was quite a while
Cancer.
ago.
What's
He's
that, Mommy?
I think his health issues were quite a while ago.
Yeah. Who in their 80s doesn't have health issues?
Well, true.
Call me crazy, but who doesn't? But anyway.
I mean, he's been in that Ant movie, you know, with Paul
Yeah.
Rudd.
Yeah,
Had
and,
him in
and
main
isn't
role
the
in that.
Comiskey,
That wasn't
Oh
too
yeah,
long
I used to
ago.
watch that show.
yeah,
That was good.
That
He's
was
good
what,
in
maybe
that.
three seasons of it with
yeah,
Alan Arkin and
Mhm.
yeah.
yeah.
So Marlene Dietrich, was she the one that was the German spy or the American spy in Germany? That
In reality or in the movie?
no, in reality, wasn't she a German that was?
She was a German, yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know if she was a spy.
Okay,
Maybe. I
I'll
mean, I
research
don't know.
that. I'll
I think
research
she may have played one, but
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
thought, but I
I
don't
don't
know.
think, now there was a Major League Baseball player that was a spy for the United States um, in World War II, and because he came from a German family and spoke a pretty authentic form
German.
of German, and he worked for the OSS. His name was Mo Berg, I think. Berg.
Wow.
She was known for her humanitarian efforts during World War II, housing Germans and French exiles.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about being a
Kind of a
secret agent.
secret agent for the Allies.
Hmm.
I mean, I even thought she was like credited with some kind of code or something, developing a code. But I'll research.
Maybe you're thinking of Hedy Lamarr.
Yeah, I think I am.
Yeah. Yeah, Hedy Lamarr she was brilliant and gorgeous. Yeah. And she did do a lot for the war effort. As a matter of fact, they say that she
Yeah,
might have
that's
started
right. That's what it is.
internet. Yeah, Hedy Lamarr. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And you know who else was an OS agent? Julia Child.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Julia.
she's
Yeah.
English, right?
Julia, she's
Yeah.
American, but she lived in France and she worked for the OS
Okay.
before. What is it? Is that FBI? The OS was
No, the OSS was the precursor to the CIA.
oh, CIA. You're right, the CIA. Yeah. Well, she worked for them when she was in France.
as a cook.
No, no, no. She worked but you know, that's where she learned how to cook.
She was a frequent blood donor, though.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you.
I get it. Boom, boom.
Here all week.
I cut the dickens out of my finger. Okay, yeah, I know.
If you're waiter, okay.
So she said, Marlene Dietrich said she would not do this movie unless Billy Wilder was the director.
Yeah.
And I was looking up some of his movies, and he's done some movies I really like.
Oh, yeah, he's a
Yeah,
great
he was a great
director.
director.
Yeah.
I mean, one of them is Stalag 17. I've
Mhm.
always loved that movie since I was a little kid, and that was a long time ago.
And there's another good black and white movie.
Yeah.
Yep. Did he do
He-
Some Like It Hot?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Dietrich received the Medal of Freedom in November 47 for
Oh,
her extraordinary record entertaining troops overseas during the war.
okay. Wow.
I don't think he did Some Like It Hot.
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't know if it was Billy
wait a sec.
Wilder, but it might have been. It was
Yeah,
somebody
I guess
in
he
that.
did. In 1959, Some Like It Hot.
I thought he did.
He
Yeah.
co-wrote The Apartment.
Oh, that's another great one.
That's a really good movie.
Yeah. There's so many good movies. I just saw it. I will give it I would go and see it. I thought it was worth seeing. Stephen King did a film called The Life of Chuck. It's a short story of Stephen King. It's not horror at all, but it's kind of an interesting, kind of a feel-good film. So, and I saw that last week, and I would say go see it. It's just it's a kind of a feel-good film, especially for Stephen King. If you're expecting horror, it's not at all. It's just more of a just an interesting, fun film that I recommend. Oh, and Bill, you told me about Department G. Was that it? Department G?
Yeah, Q.
Q. So good.
One of
That
those
was
letters.
good. I enjoyed that very much.
Yeah, you get started on that and you just run right through it.
Yeah, you got to. That's the worst part about these episodes and series. I have to binge. I cannot turn it off. And it's driving me nuts because I haven't slept in weeks, I think now. I can't turn it off. I have to. What am I watching now that's really good? Blind Spot. Have you seen that?
No.
Okay. So just the Blind Spot is there's a package in the middle of Times Square. There's a bag, a big duffel bag in the middle of Times Square, and they think it's a bomb. Bomb squad comes, it starts to move, and then the zipper opens up, and a woman, completely naked, that is completely covered in tattoos. And on one of the tattoos says, "Call so-and-so from the FBI." That's one of the tattoos. So and that's how it starts. So I would watch the first one and see if you like it. It's got so many seasons that, I will not, I'll not be able to sleep for another year if I went through all of these seasons. So
What's the name of it?
it's called Blind Spot.
And what's it on?
It's on Netflix.
It's 5 seasons.
Yeah, it's a lot of seasons. All I know is that the opening scene is so intriguing because you think it's a bomb and it turns out there's a person in this bag. And completely, when I say completely covered from head to toe, except like a little on her neck, nothing on her face, but everywhere else is just covered, and it's all clues. That's what's so interesting too. Anyway, I would recommend that. I'm watching it now, and
Has anybody else watched it?
No, I'm watching The Bear.
Yeah,
of course, I love The Bear.
We're rewatching The West Wing.
Oh, I love that's one of my favorite. The West Wing, Designated Survivor, The Diplomat, all of those are such good political series, I
Yeah.
think. They're
John,
just
how does
so
the
good.
West Wing hold up? How's the West Wing hold up these days?
I think pretty doggone well.
I think so.
I mean, obviously, with the current occupant of the White House, it's so incredibly different.
Yeah.
But it's still very entertaining.
It is. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I remember the writing was brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Aaron
God.
Sorkin is, I mean, he's sort of the one that invented filming by walking around.
Yeah.
You know, almost all of the dialogue is they're going down some corridor in the West Wing, and
Yeah.
Wouldn't
I think
that be an awful lot of episodes? Is that,
seven 7 years.
Yeah.
so but that's network TV too, right? Like
Yeah. So
Yeah.
22, 22 a year.
22.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. It's a lot.
It's long, but
That's a
there's
commitment.
yeah, so good. It's just so good that yeah. I think one of my favorite was when, God, I can't remember the character. I can see him, but you think I can remember the name though. But he talks about being a liberal. And then he goes into this whole soliloquy of what it really means. And it's so good. It just like it hits every single point that you go, you're proud, that's this basis is that he's proud to be a liberal and people are trying to put liberals down. Oh God, it's a Spanish guy, but I can't remember oh God, I hate this. But anyway, it's such a good scene. It's such a good, that whole scene when he says, this is what a liberal is. If a liberal means this, then count me in, and then he goes on and talks about what it all means. So it's really good. So
I've
good.
been to the movies lately. I saw 28 Years Later.
Oh.
Does anybody know about that series?
No.
No,
You guys don't know anything about 28 Years Later. There's
No.
3 movies.
Oh, you mean the 28 years? Is that the one about the
Starts off 28 days later. No, 28 hours later. And that was like,
well, maybe I
that was
don't.
like 20 years ago. And then 28 days later is like the second movie.
Was that with Sandra Bullock?
No.
Okay.
The first one was Cillian Murphy, and then Jeremy Renner was in the second one. Then I don't know who was in this third one, but it's the guy that did Civil War. What's his name?
Ken Burns?
No, the movie last year.
Oh,
I don't know.
Anyway, he does it, and it's a zombie movie.
Oh.
It's got a huge kind of following,
Yeah, no, I
like
don't.
my son, for instance. But people are watching the heck out of it. Then last week we went and saw How to Train Your Dragon.
And
I mean, I liked it pretty good, but everybody's saying, well, it's just like the old cartoon or the old animation. So
yeah.
I don't think it got a lot in the theaters or anything like that.
No.
Let's see what else. I finished Severance.
Oh.
Severance, I thought it was worth sticking it out for. It was good. It's good.
We watched about one season and just couldn't we couldn't stick it out. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I didn't
start-
stick it
I
out
st-
either.
I started out this season and then I turned it off for a while, and then I put out that New York Times thing about the best shows, and it was one of them that and I thought, well, what am I missing? So I mean, I thought it was pretty good, good acting, a good kind of an interesting theme, and so I would recommend it. I'd try it. The other thing from that, I started watching Asura. Was on that list too, and it's on Netflix, and it's about a Japanese family. There's 4 daughters and a couple of maybe one son. They find out that their elderly father is having an affair And so they're just going through all this chaos internally, but it's one of the ones that New York Times recommended. I watched the first one of those and I like it pretty good.
That's a series?
Yeah, that's a series. I'll probably watch that. But I'm like you guys, it's kind of hard finding time to do this stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I like about the movies.
Right. It's yeah, and
You get
that's what I
done in an
like
hour and a
about
half usually.
yeah, there's some series.
One and done.
Yeah, yeah. But I would love
Plus
that.
they're nice. They're just wrapped up in a nice little
Yeah.
bow,
And I don't mind a limited series, maybe 6 or 8, fine. But when they go on, like this one, The Blind Spot, even though I can't turn it off, it's driving me crazy because it's like, oh my God, there's like 22 in one season and there's 5 seasons. So yeah, it'll be next year before I get to
Taking time.
sleep. So it's true. So
Tomorrow we're gonna go see the racing movie.
oh,
F1?
F1, yeah. Yeah, everyone says it's really good.
Yeah.
I guess there's a documentary too about I think it's on Netflix, but I'm not sure, about race driving, but it's more of a documentary style and how much more involved it is than what just an outsider might think. I've heard that's really good. So
Mhm.
I don't know what the name of it is, but yeah.
Did you see F1, Bill?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Going tomorrow.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Just leave
Well,
it up.
So that was good, Jeff. Thank
Yes,
you.
Good.
yes,
Great
Glad
movie.
you liked it.
That was good. Yeah, it was a good pick, Jeff.
yes, very
Very
good.
entertaining movie.
Really welcome.
Should I go ahead and give out the movie for
Sure.
2 weeks from now?
Yes.
I picked this movie, Harriet,
I love it.
and I mean, yeah, we were talking about it earlier, right? I mean, I kind of came in when you were all talking about, I don't know, some aspect of this or something you were talking about. But anyway, I read this book recently, Master Slave, Husband Wife, and it's about the 1850s, and I've been kind of infatuated with that ever since. It's like, man, what if you woke up one day and it was 1850 and you were living in the United States? It's, to me, it's like one of the more fascinating time periods in our nation's history.
Mm-hmm.
And so Harriet, I have seen it. It's been a while, and I guess the lady that stars in it, she's the one in Wicked.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She's the lady from Wicked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's wonderful. Yes.
So a lot of the same themes in that book are in this movie, but yeah, I picked it for those reasons. I think it should be.
Yeah.
What year is this, Bill?
Oh,
It's the movie. I have
Like
to.
what?
To come out.
it's probably about 4 years ago,
I would
maybe.
say 2020, something like that.
Yeah.
2019.
Ah, very
Thank you,
good.
There you
John.
go.
And
Very
I
good.
don't think I checked it on Hulu or the other one, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's not on there. Not Hulu, Hoopla, and the library ones. You were talking about that. It
Mhm.
could very well be on there. I know it was like on Prime for $4, and it was on. It might have been on HBO, might have been, but should be available.
It's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Well,
I don't know.
I have a sister named Harriet, and my daughter is a professor of 19th century America and studies the Civil War and slavery. So
Oh, wow.
I'm
Oh.
amazed I haven't seen it to
Oh,
this
I think you
point.
should
So-
have
Oh,
her.
yeah,
You should have her as a guest.
I think it won some awards, didn't it?
I'm not
I don't know.
sure.
I can look. It's 20.
That's okay. You'll tell us
20
in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2019 is when it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
that's good.
though. Very, very good.
Okay. Anybody got any other movies or anything?
No, I'm still on Blind Spot. I can't get over that.
I've been watching the Gold Cup, and then FIFA
Have you?
club thing.
I watched the one last night, the US and Mexico.
We're not very good.
I turned it off at halftime. I could see it was coming. I mean, they were dominating, you know.
Yeah.
It's
We got one
one.
lucky goal at 4 minutes and never touched the net after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I might not be here next week because I'm going to be in Springfield.
2 weeks.
And
2 weeks.
I mean, in 2 weeks, I'll be in Springfield. The
Yeah.
21st, right? Yeah, that's 2 weeks. But I might be flying when we're, on the air. So
Oh, you got to come in for Harriet.
yeah. I love Harry. I love the movie. I thought it was a great movie.
Yeah.
But if I can, I certainly will be. I'm hoping that, maybe if Gary's around, if you guys are around, see if a cocktail I think would be in order. Call
We
me
should
Christy.
we should definitely do it, Donna. We have a Madsen hadn't been there yet, but Gary and I shoot pool at noon on Tuesdays.
Oh wow!
At a very swanky place called Billiards.
Oh, it's one of those creative places.
Yeah. So.
Well, that would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be nice. Well, we'll see. I'll be there from the 13th through the 21st, I think. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I get
Well, let us know.
I will. I'll definitely let you guys know because it'd be fun.
I get these little notifications that I think it said Jeff has entered the room. I think it said Mike entered the room. That was last Monday.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We were there.
There's a lot of people
They
that don't
were there.
remember the rules.
Jeff and Mike. Yeah.
Yeah. But now they have left the building. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I hope they remember it's next week.
Yeah. Oh,
We talked ourselves into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done it too. Yeah,
I know.
we have to get used to this every other week.
I feel pretty silly sitting there looking at your face on the only one.
Yeah, it becomes 6:01 and then 6:05 and you're
Yeah.
something's not
Going,
right
what
here.
the hell's wrong with these people? Where
Yeah,
are they?"
exactly. Where are you? Yeah, where are they? Yeah.
But
When we
good pick, Jeff. I'm gonna head to the ranch.
all right.
All right.
All right,
Thanks,
everyone.
Jeff. It was
See
really
you
good.
guys.
Excellent
right.
pick.
Film, Jeff.
Okay.
I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Next time, couple of weeks.
Or before.
Yeah.
Bye,
Bye.
Take
guys
care.
and girls.